There you go. Holy crap. Look at my hair, man. Holy sh. How y'all doing today? So, I have not been around for like ages and I don't know what's going on today. I just decided to, hop in there and do a little bit of stream. All right. So, I was doing some, checking out TikTok and everything. And then, so the whole controversy with Crowder just popped up. I think my girl sent me a TikTok about this video that Crowder and his wife arguing and everything. And I gotta say, man, it doesn't look good. First off, like, I think Crowder is okay, right? I think he's a very smart individual. And I like some of his segment, like Change My Mind, some of the things that he also does. However, yeah, that video, you know what? I'm just going to play the video real quick so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Hit me up on the mic. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I'm not sure how good my the microphone is and stuff like that. Let me turn down the AC real quick. So, all right. Let's see. All right, let's check out the video real quick because, yeah, it doesn't look good. Hold on a second. Stop screen. All right. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Hold on, let me change this real quick. Share screen. All right, let's check it out real quick.
Who's about to verbally abuse his pregnant wife. It's Steven Crowder, and by the way, as a Christian, he's no Christian. This Steven Crowder guy has been a mouthpiece for the right wing for a long time. And when he announced that he and his wife were getting a divorce earlier this week, he made it sound like nothing bad had happened. Well, now we've got the video. So, take a look.
No, you just did it. I drove down during abusive. You were not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's not a reasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first?
All right, so first of all, as it start, couples argue, right? Sometimes couples are argument and nobody actually see eye to eye all the freaking time. So it looks like a normal argument right now. So I'm trying to be as objective as possible. But let's see what's going on. Let's continue.
How do you respect the man? Yeah, other than that, let's see the love. No, other than that, no, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
you are not.
Then I will ask them to do that.
So the first question I will have, like, do they only have like one car? I mean, like, Steven Crowder doesn't strike me as someone who is very climate, like a climate activist or someone who want to save the planet by having just one car the whole family share, right? He has the money to actually have a car and his wife to also have a car. So now the argument is about like who's taking the car, so he's just relaxing. As you can see, his wife is freaking pregnant at the time, right? Freaking like 8 months or so pregnant. And this dude is just like arguing over a freaking car. Like, you're not taking the car. You're not taking the car. This is a bit childish, but all right, cool. Arguments happen. Let's continue.
Would you like me to ask?
Right?
Is that correct, Steven?
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't go.
I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, ah, I have a feeling that like Steven's the type of dude that likes to be in control. And whatever he can use to maintain that control, then he will use it, such as a car. It's then again, it's like I don't know what other aspect the wife can be. The wife can be just as annoying as Steven, or it could be just as what you call it, a control freak, just as much as Steven. But in this case, it doesn't seem like it. It looks like someone who is fed up about having to constantly argue over the smallest little crap that she has to do. And this dude is all about being right. Instead of coming up with solving the issue that's going on, it's all about no, you do what I say or else you will be quote unquote constrained. You will suffer the consequences.
I can't be home. You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Tony, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven,
Like, look, I want to throw him a bone here. Like, he does kind of have a point, as in, like, look, when I need the car and you say you'll be back when you will be back, then I'm not gonna be sure when you're gonna be back. So then, how can I do my thing, right? So that part I kind of understand. That's a valid argument, right? Then again, it comes up. All right, how hard would it be to be like, all right, where you going? I can drop you. I can, take you there and stuff like that. Dude, your wife is freaking pregnant. Babe, where you going? I got you. Come on, let's go. It's like, but it doesn't seem to be about the car at all. It's about control. And using the car is just a tool to maintain that control.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect.
He said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. Like, do you guys strike me as this lady? Was she being disrespectful towards Crowder right now? They're having a disagreement, and it feels like and from Crowder's perspective, it feels like she's disrespecting him because she's not doing what he asked of her to do.
The only way out of it is when we're at an impasse.
we are going to get past.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Dude, because you can't have any discipline and respect. Like, this is the thing that's going on with the so-called red pill movement, right? Look, a lot of time when guys speaking about traditional women, how women used to be traditional. They used to respect, submit, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Like, y'all have to understand, a lot of these marriages that your grandparents stayed into is because she had no freaking choice in the matter. Like, let's continue.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand. You give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary, you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven. No, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, he's sick.
Watch it.
He's sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just fucking baby for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B.
Wow. I mean, I heard that before, but it's like, God damn, dude. Damn. Wow, bro. Like, holy Whew. The mother of your child, right, feels like she try to escape you, like she needs some space from you because you are that much of a like you being that much of like try to nitpick at everything. I'm not saying like he was like physically abused and stuff like that because I don't think he was, but manipulative, yeah, yeah, that's like very like some sort of like this mental game. This I don't want to say like mental abuse, right? But he seems very narcissistic, and it's all about like pushing buttons. So then, therefore, when she loses her crap, then he's gonna come out looking like the good guy. Damn, bro.
You go, no, but I love you more than life itself. Okay, put on some gloves. No, but I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. Right in that. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife, worthy.
Become someone day in and day out worthy of a wife. So, like, what would someone worthy of a wife look like? Someone who cannot disagree with you, someone who doesn't have her own autonomy, someone who just like listen, it's simple, right? I'm not saying that marriage is easy, but it's here's the thing. This thing pissed me off just as much as if it was a woman doing this to her man. Like this mental manipulation, this like, overbearing, this controlling type of person. Like now you want to what? If in order for her to show you that she loves you, she has to pretty much do everything that you tell her to do or you command her to do. Like put on the gloves on and shit like that. For what? If she doesn't want to put on the gloves, like why is that such a big deal? Like I've come across people like this that feel like or bosses or whatever the case may be, right? It's like they are very like helicopter type of bosses. Like, what are you doing? I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Instead of just like leave people be and then trust your partner enough to be like, all right, this is what I would like to be done, and then just let her be to it. Vice versa, right? Like my wife don't have to tell me to do something. She can advise me about something, but she doesn't have to tell me to do anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Just like at the end of the day, she's gonna do what she wants to do. We are free to make our choices. We're just not free of the consequences, right? And people disagree sometimes. People disagree, but like your wife is pregnant, and you just like berating her over something like stupid. I don't know. It's doesn't look good, Steven. It does not look good.
No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. As a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll get text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I I love you. I'm committed to you.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not. I'm not gonna.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves.
There was a all right, you know what? Let's see what Steven had to say after this video came out. Because he actually did a video beforehand about the divorce. And then this video came out. I couldn't find the video that he actually posted beforehand. And there was like I think he accused Candace Owen of either blackmailing him or something like that, right? But anyway, let's see the video that Steven had to do replying to said video. Hold on, let's see. Let's close this real quick. Hold on a second. All right. This is freaking insane. All right, let's remove this real quick. All right, so let's see. Yeah, what up, Billy? What's going on? That's the thing, though. It's like when you see guys like this, right, complaining about like, well, back in the good old days when like your wife obey you with no, doesn't have anything to. It's like there's a difference between submission and like someone who just doesn't have her own autonomy. It's like, bro. Let's check out what Steven Crowder actually had to say about the video that came out, because I haven't seen the whole thing yet. But let's see. All right, let's check it out, shall we? Boom, boom, dun, 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 dun.
Requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Look, broken marriages are ugly, and in them people do ugly things. Myself, of course, included. I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleadingly edited leaks to the tabloid press without context and not subject to consequences of the court, well, if not privacy, the next best option.
All right. So the thing about Steven, he likes to control the narrative. 3 minutes, you can get plenty of context within 3 minutes, right? The video that we just watched was over 3 minutes. So I understand, like, if the video was like freaking 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then you wouldn't have enough information to get a context out of it. But it was a long enough video, the 3 minutes video, stuff like that. And it didn't seem like there was cut in between. It was like a 3 minute segment of you berating your woman. And now you try to say that, well, it's heavily edited, so on and so forth, to make you look bad. No, Steven, you made yourself look bad. Like, you treat your wife like worse than you would treat your pet or something like that, like, or your servant. And then once it comes out, and then now you're like, well, it was very, highly edited into the tabloid to make me look bad. Nah, bro, you made yourself look bad.
Option is truth. So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record, finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions.
You see what he just did there, right? The way he kind of like slipped it in as if like, his wife may have some sort of mental issue. But he made it seem like I'm the good guy here, right? But I have no choice but to release this information. So then therefore you guys see my side of the story. I'm the victim here. Like, oof.
Or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week. I comment.
Yo. Like, all right, let's check out some of the tweets, some of the comments below and stuff like that, right? Because I think it's interesting. Nope. No. Let's check out some of the reply on this particular tweet. What the hell is this? Steven Crowder's statement on leaked videos. I commented on my ongoing divorce on Tuesday, requesting privacy in the best interest of the family, but also by court order agreed upon by all parties. Broken marriages are ugly, and then people do ugly things, myself, of course, included. And I would never claim otherwise. However, due to recent misleading edited leak to the tabloid press without context and no subject to consequences of court, well, if not privacy, the next best option is the truth. And so today I will file a motion to officially unseal all file as they related to the matter of legal record, finances, relevant medical record, including mental health history or evaluation, deposition, and any motion or sanction from the Court of Texas. I will not be leaking private material information to the press, but if the privacy agreement are not respected by all parties, I will address all that in the matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week. You know what? I am mad at that statement, right? Because in his mind, he feel like he's in the right. In her mind, she feel like she's also in the right, right? So I know like there's two sides to every coin. Actually, there's three sides to every coin because the truth usually rests at its edge. Am I saying that there might be some stuff wrong going on with the wife? Yeah, there's probably some crap going on with the wife. Probably. But like being like watching Steven's show and like I said, he's very intelligent and he's the type like he's very good when it comes to debating, right? He's very good at debating. And the thing about marriage is not everything is a debate. Because a lot of time we debate things because we want to be right. We constantly want to be right instead of talking about the issue and solve the problem that we have. Right. And to me, it feels like Stephen always feels the need to be right instead of the need to solve a problem. So let's check out some of the comment on that tweet below and stuff like that. All right. So all right. So somebody said, she's the mother of your children. Just drop it. Let it go. I've been there. I felt defensive. I felt like I had to justify my actions. All that. I've said things publicly. I regret it. If I had to do this all over again, I'd keep my mouth shut regardless of what anyone else said. That's a good point. Hold on. What else? What else he said? Okay. Take a deep breath and let it go. You won't regret it. Respect privacy, even if it may not be respected for you. Everything you say now, your kids will see later. I agree. I agree. But the thing about Steven, though, like, I believe that he's a bit of a narcissist, right? He has narcissist tendency. And the need to control the narrative, I don't think he's going to let that go. Like, honestly, I cannot fault him 100% because if I feel like I'm being wronged, because he probably feel like he's being wronged, right? If I feel like I'm being wronged, then it's going to be very hard for me to keep my mouth shut and then just let it go, right? So, in a sense, yeah, he believed that he's being wrong. However, I don't think he's taking the time to reflect on what he's been doing, what type of human being that he has been towards his wife, and the way that he has been treating her, right? And the need to be right can be so overwhelming sometimes that you will sometimes go out of your way to maintain that illusion or that victimization to feel like, okay, I've been wrong, so regardless, I'm not even gonna self-respect. I need blood. I'm out for blood now. So regardless of whether or not like he's gonna release mental medical problem that his wife probably had in the past to kind of like shame her and to be like, see guys, this is what I've been dealing with. That's why I had to take charge in my marriage. That's why I have to tell her what to do because she's mentally unstable and I had to do what need to be done as a leader of my household. So I have to be the man of the house and lead her to do the things because she has the mind of a child. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what the narrative is going to be pushing through, especially when he like hint at releasing like mental health issues, like, you know, paperwork and stuff, right? It's like, yeah, see, my wife had a breakdown a couple years ago and everything. So she's unstable. So then therefore, I had to do what was in the best interest of my child, my unborn child, and my wife, right? That's how he's going to spend it, I believe, to actually save face. And somebody said, nope, she tried to ruin his life. he has the right to expose her. I don't know. Did he though? Did she try to ruin his life though, or that's just because? All right. Here's the thing, right? So far as I know, she hasn't come out and make any statement. She just released the video, and then there you go. Because a lot of time when you expose what someone else does, right? You see the video right there in your face and everything. So how could this be like you try to destroy someone's life when all you do is like you exposing the truth and people make their own mind? If she wasn't coming out and be like, well, this is how I've been treated, how I've been this, have been how this has been done to me, that have been done to me. No, all she did was release that video, and that was after when Crowder made it public about the divorce. Right? That was afterward. And she's like, you know what? I have enough of this. Boom. This is what happened. This is the truth. And then she did that because knowing how much Steven liked to control the narrative, so then she got ahead of it. I don't see this as ruining someone's life. I see it as in like, you understanding that it's gonna be ugly, and then you just boom, put it out there. A lot of people don't seem to understand what it means to be 8 months pregnant with twins, including Crowder. Yep, I agree. Okay, hey, Siri commented there. Just like with the way he handled the whole thing with Daily Wire, he feels the need to control the narrative. That's why he can't stop himself. Yeah, I agree. Man, perfectly said. It's bad enough as is. Just stop. All right. Let's see. I've watched this multiple times, and no one will tell me what the statement was that he made that is so abusive. What am I missing here? It looks like a serious conversation about their marriage and what each of them are bringing to it. Why the f is this anyone else's business? All right. That statement has some good point, right? Why is anyone else's business? The thing is, being a public figure will actually put you under the microscope, right? And people tend to use public figure as a way to bring about certain discussion, right? And when, let's say, Crowder as a conservative, right, or people that like to talk on how government try to control families and try to control you as an individual, and then like turning around now being in a position of power, and you're seeing the same type of control which he claimed that he's against, and now he's using this as a type, whether it's coercion or using tools in a way to manipulate or control his wife, whereabout his wife movement. Oh, you can't take the car. And it's like, so we don't have like what, 2 cars in the household? Can we compromise and like, babe, all right, where are you going? I got you. I can take you there. But no, instead you using it as a tool to be like, because I feel like you're not doing what I tell you to do, then you cannot use the car. Right? My mom used to do that to me, like when I was a kid. And granted, that actually helped me to become more self-sufficient and to not depend on my mom for anything. Right? And people sometimes use things to control others. And despite on how many times you want to claim that, oh, the government is using its power to control, to subdue, to this, to do this, to do that, bro, you doing the same thing to your wife. That's why people are looking at, that's why people are talking about it, because it's like, okay, you are being a hypocrite. And when you see videos like this, it doesn't do the conservative movement any good, right? Because all it's telling people is that, like, the thing you complain about the West, the thing you're complaining about when it comes to the liberals, which is they are trying to control people's lives, right? And you're only saying that because you have no power. And as soon as you get a little bit of power, then you turn around and do the same thing, right? Perfect example, right? I was talking to one of my boys earlier, and I brought that up. Like, when you had some of the stuff, some of these ridiculous topic or agenda that was being forced on the public, right? Such as, CRT, critical race theory, these woke stuff in school, blah, 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 so on and so forth. The erasure of womanhood, right? This trans movement, all this crap, right? And then, like, the conservative, they're talking about like, oh, these people, they try to control family, they try to, push their agenda upon us, they try to do this, they try to do that, and the public, for the most part, was on their side. And as soon as they get a little bit of support from the public, what do? Boom! They start pushing the whole abortion debate. It's like, oh, why? Why you want to do that? All of a sudden, you just want to push this shit like, oh no, like, this. Now imagine, right? Let's say Steven's wife, he's realizing like, holy crap, I'm married to an asshole. I'm going to deal with this asshole for like the next 18 years of my kids, after he's born, or, my twins and stuff like that. And do I really want to have that? And, she wasn't that far along. She was probably like, a couple weeks pregnant and shit. And then she realized that, it's not going to go anywhere. So, you know what? I don't want to tie myself with this guy. I'm going to get a divorce. I'm going to get rid of the kid. Right? Is it wrong? Yes. But do I understand women who actually, when they know that they have to sacrifice their pregnancy because they know how much they're going to not only ruin their life, but as well as the kid's life? Yeah, I can understand that too. Right? So that's the issue that I have with a lot of these so-called conservative, the one that I want to complain about, like how, feminism ruined marriage, ruined this or ruined that. But you have to understand, when you guys were in a position of power, when men were in a position of power when it comes to marriage, yeah, we're abusive. Not always like physically abusive, but mentally abusive. Yeah. The fact that your woman didn't have a choice whether or not to stay with you. Yeah. So is it what we have right now is the solution? No, it's not the solution. The thing is, like, as long as there's a loophole, as long as people have a way out, they're gonna take it. And if you're restraining your wife, you constantly try to control her, like she doesn't have any autonomy. Like, if you don't do this, then you don't love me. You better do, day in and day out, you better do things that is worthy of a wife. That's the mother of your child. You telling all this stuff, right? Putting her down, like, in a way to what? Make yourself to feel better about yourself, to have some sort of power over her. Like, that's the type of thing, like, when you guys talking about, like, back in the days, back in the 50s, how marriage used to be. It's like, no, your granddad probably put your grandma into a lot of crap. And if she had to do it all over again, given the the opportunity that women have today, a lot of your grandmas wouldn't stay with your granddads. A lot of them wouldn't. Right? And that's the thing, is like, you guys just, y'all do not want, y'all need to stop treating your partner as property. Oh, do I have any? Let me check real quick. Sorry about that. All right, let's check out some of the other. He's a narcissist. This is a threat to his control. Yep, the whole divorce is a threat to his control. His narcissist won't allow him to stop. He cannot allow his former primary or intimate partner to win. And believe me, that's all she is to him. Yeah. And somebody said she obviously set him up, knew where the camera was, and pushed for more. Saying I love you over and over, then define his wishes to get him pissed. Covering all the bases for an Emmy Award winning performance. Bro, all right. Did this look like someone that was, acting to you. It seems like someone that was trying to walk away from an argument, and this dude want to maintain to perceive it. Look, here's the thing, right? Me and my wife, we argue sometimes, right? Or we have disagreement. So I'll be like, all right. So let's say I bring up a subject and she wasn't mentally prepared for it. Then therefore, putting her on the spot, putting her on the spot means that, like, she can get frustrated. And out of that frustration, then she might behave a certain way that she wouldn't want to behave. Right? So then what she usually tell me, she'd be like, babe, look, I don't have the mindset to talk about this right now. Can we talk about this some other time? Right? To me, that's perfect. That's fair. Because sometimes I don't want to have certain discussion either. And if like I'm have something in my mind and then you bring up a subject which I'm not ready to talk about and I'm feeling frustrated, I might say something that I may regret. So the best way to deal with it is like, can we talk about this later? My mind is not onto it right now. Then, all right, cool. So that's when I'll be like, all right, I'm not happy right now, and I want to talk about this. So when you have the time, and then we'll make a plan on how we would discuss it. So then, therefore, she would have the time now to actually think about what I'm saying, right? Think about her perspective as why she believe a certain things or why she actually want to do certain things, and then therefore she can actually better explain it to me. Her mind will be better equipped to explain to me why she did what she did. But if you just like we always say that, okay, women are more emotional than men, but yet we refuse to learn the emotional language that comes with our partner. But we only want our partner to learn our language, we want our partner to be more logical, but we're not, willing to understand our partner's emotions, right? And it's like understanding that you're dealing with a human being that can be frustrated, probably frustrated quicker than you do, right? Different temperament. And therefore, her saying, like, Steven's ex-wife saying that, look, I love you, but I don't want to talk about this right now, And then he told him like, oh, you give up so easily. It's like taunting her. I think what he was trying to do was make her lose her shit, so then he come across as the better man, as the better person. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Steven was trying to do. And I guarantee you, the reason why it was so easy for the wife to find those type of videos is because it happens all the time. Like, they have these look, if you have cameras on your porch like that, you can go to your video recording and get what was going on throughout the day. You can do that. So it's like, to say that, well, she set him up as if, like, there's a when and where she planned everything, like they were gonna argue. But like, no, that's probably like a daily occurrence. And then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go through what's going on throughout the day and stuff like that. And I'm gonna give you an example of what me and Steven been dealing with. That's what happened here. Instead of like making it seem like, she set the whole thing up. No, she hasn't even like make any response. She just like put the video out there and be like, this is the guys that you guys claim to be, Mr. Conservative, Mr. Right, and all that shit. All right, so Mr. Omar, where are the words for his wife? You're defending the abuser, so you're supporting domestic emotional abuse. I mean, yeah, I can see that. All right, so I think he's demonstrated that he has no respect for the mother of his kid. He's looking ugly because he is ugly. He's angry that he wasn't able to dominate his wife and that she's not meekly cowering in awe for his authority. This is just an attempt to put her in her place. Yes. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, this is freaking insane, man. All right, so I think I've read enough of this thread. Let me go back to talk to you guys real quick. What up, Gray Pill? What's going on, my dude? Hopefully you're doing all right, man. Yeah. So look, sometimes I talk about marriage and divorce and like the different dynamic what comes in the relationship and stuff like that, right? It's like when I listen to the Red Pill podcast, when they're talking about like, what women should do and very little on what men should do. And what they tend to talk about is like, well, provision, protection, and as if like that is enough. And once the guy is able to provide these two, then the woman's supposed to be subservient to his will, regardless of that request is. Right. And the thing is like, as a role, right, as a provider and a protector, I understand that it's good when your woman listens to you, right? And when your woman is not constantly being combative, when your woman, submit to you. But at the same time, she also supposed to still have a mind of her own. Because when you're not always right as a man, and sometimes you need someone who's willing to tell you the truth, to challenge your perspective in order for you to actually see where you went wrong and actually correct course. But too often we have guys that think that they are perfect, they are without fault. And therefore, regardless what they tell their women to do or commend their women to do, she's supposed to do it without asking any sort of question. Right? And it's like, me personally, how my woman does what I ask of her is because I have a track record now of proving to be efficient, right? And to be able to explain what I'm trying to do, my plan, so on and so forth. So then, therefore, she trusts me to do what I said I'm going to do. I have proven over and over and over again that I am a person of my word, that when I say I'm going to do something, and I've done it. So then, therefore, when you have that, then your woman is less likely to question you, right? And most people, they just want control. A lot of guys that I see in the red pill space, they just want control. They just want to remove a woman's autonomy. Like, she's not her own person. She's just now a property. It's like, I am your provider and your protector. So then, therefore, you are now my property. You do what I say, or else. Or else. And it's very interesting where it's like, a lot of the guys who give those type of advice are not married themselves, or don't have like a good long track record of what it's like to be in a healthy relationship, right? And you got a guys like Steven Crowder, and you're looking at it like, sometimes he can be very obnoxious in his shows, and the need to be right. You can see that in his performance. You can see that when he's actually like talking to people. And don't get me wrong, I agree to a lot of things that he says sometimes, from when it comes to politics, right? But however, it's like, I think sometimes when you say things, when you say on things that you believe, you also have to live it, right? If you said that you don't want people to control the aspect of your life, right? You want, let's say politicians to leave you alone, you and your family, so then therefore you can live in harmony and peace, and then turn around and you doing the exact same thing you claim that the government is doing to us. That just tells me that like, you don't care. It's not about control. It's not about like you don't want people to control you. It's about you saying that because you don't have the power at the moment. And as soon as you have the power, you would be doing the exact same thing as the leftists you claim that you are against. Okay, you're aware red pills on the FBI radar. Yeah, I heard something like that. Right? Okay, well, I'm enjoying the show. All right. Hey man, listen. I think your birthday was the other day, right? Hey man, listen. Happy birthday and stuff like that. I hope you had a good time. Hope everything was good, man. So yeah. Anyway, so not keeping you guys for long. I was just. I figured that it's been a while since I've actually had a live stream, and I just wanted to hop on there and stuff like that. And I'm trying to do this a little bit more regularly. But for now, I'm just what I do is just do some check out some TikTok, do some reaction to the TikTok that I check out, and I would just like post it on this channel to like maintain fluidity and try to keep up with it and stuff like that because I think it's fun. It's hard for me to commit to YouTube because I got things going on. But however, I like this community. What up, Kim? What's going on, my dude? Hope you're doing good. You showing up right when I'm about to leave, man. But anyway, so yeah, so that's my point. I think it's like there's too many hypocrites, right? And whether it's in the conservative movement or the liberal movement and stuff like that, and both sides have their perspective, and I think both sides can be heard. But what tends to happen, the ones who become the face of a movement is someone who tend to the most obnoxious ones, right? And it's like, and that's why they ruin everything that they touch. Like you're not gonna listen to people that are sensible, people who actually make sense, not because they're too boring. So what do? You actually get, the algorithm feed the most obnoxious people out there, and then they become the leader of the movement because they seems to be the one in front. However, they're not the best leaders. You know, whether it's the, being pro-black, you have a lot of sensible people that talk about black issues, but they're not the one that's being pushed in the forefront. You have all these jackasses, right, that just want to continue to push a race narrative instead of talking about things that will move black folks forward. Just like the whole racism issue, you do have people that are genuine, who are not racist, that just want to be able to actually unite this country or the public to a point where it's like we stop bickering about black, white, all this race BS, but they just keep pushing the extreme, and it's hard to get any sort of compromise that makes sense because of all these idiots that just want to cash in into something. And then they once they actually pick a side, and once they pick a side, then it's no longer about the issue. It's about the tribe that they find themselves in, right? So, for example, people who call themselves pro-black then will refuse to call out black fuckeries. People who call themselves, conservative, they refuse to call out conservative fuckeries. People who call themselves liberal, they refuse to call out liberals fuckeries, right? And I believe in order to move forward, you have to call out BS wherever the BS may be. Because otherwise, all you end up doing is bad people hiding behind movement, hiding behind the color of their skin, hiding behind their gender, hiding behind their political party, right? Because they don't give a crap about what they're saying as long as it gets them to, more power, as long as it gets them to be able to get away with crap. And I think we need to call out fuckeries wherever it may be. But anyway, that's my show for today. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Check it out, sub, and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.